Hello girls and boys, this is the week of April 19th through the 23rd, and this is day 2. Let's review all the items you're going to need, and then we'll get going. First thing, we always have our nameplate, along with a dry erase marker. The letters we're going to be focusing on today. The letters R, so you'll need this sheet with lots of circles all over it. And also the letter S. And for the letter R, we're going to be drawing and coloring in some rectangles, so have some crayons available. And for the S, we're going to be cutting up a straw. Hopefully you have a straw at home, and we sent some straws and little pieces home and bags too for those who are participating from the class. You can cut up a straw if you don't have one. And then we're going to tape it down. So I have a roll of tape. So that'll be handy to have, just so we can get the straw to stick on the paper. So again, the letter R, the letter S, and when we're tracing our letters R and S, this sheet says I can trace and write letter R, and this side says I can trace and write letter S. And numbers we're going to focus on. Number 4, number 5, and number 6. So numbers 4, 5, and 6, make sure you have them in a plastic sleeve, and we're going to be using our dry erase marker on those as well. And then I'll be reading you a story about some farm animals. So I'm glad you're here. Let's go ahead and start with your nameplate. And I have mentioned before that you can use the back of it rather than doing the dot to dots. And that's what side I'm going to use today. I'm going to just use the plain side. You're welcome to use either side you like. Take your time. And here you go. What does yours look like? Put it on pause if you need a little extra time. I like that you're working along with me. These are really great sheets because we do so many fun things on them. Just like last time we were together, we put on some puzzle pieces and some quilt pieces for P, Q. Now for R, we're going to make the shape of a rectangle. I'm going to use a blue crayon to start with, but we'll rotate colors. You don't have to keep it blue. Remember, a rectangle looks a lot like a door. It has 2 long sides and 2 short sides, and then I'm going to fill it in. So there's a rectangle. 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Again, 2 long sides, 2 short sides, and then I'm going to color in. I'm going to switch colors. I think I'll go to green next. You are welcome to fill in every single circle if you like, or to do every other circle. And by the time you're finished, it'll look pretty neat. These are rectangles. And here's an example of what it would look like if you used little rectangles of fabric. If you have some left over from when we made the quilt, you can cut little rectangles out of your cloth, your fabric, and glue them down if you prefer. Or you can just use your crayons. So keep going with that. And now we're going to practice making some R's. R's make the sound R. Can you make that sound with me? Say R. like run, rabbit, ring. How about a person's name? Renee, Ralph. Here we have the sheet. It says, I can trace and write the letter R. Start on the top line, go all the way down. You circle around, and then you have a line that helps support the top. Look at this. It has a straight line, a curved line, and then a slanted line. Lots going on with this letter. Again, it's R. How about race car, railroad, R. It's a capital R. Here we have a lowercase r. You start at the middle line, you go down, and halfway around. You don't go all the way around. You just kind of like start a rainbow, but then stop. If you continue on, it would actually be the lowercase letter N. But this is just stops right here on top. See the R? Rainbow, rocket. Lots of fun R words. The pictures we have here, ring and rabbit. One of my favorite letters has to be this one. This is the letter S. S is for seahorse. It's for straws. It reminds me kind of a snake almost, the way it slithers around. S. That's the sound of the S. S. Snake. S. Sand. S. Straw. And here's a straw. It's a drinking straw. You use it if you're having a drink and maybe you want to have it come out the top and just suck out of a straw, then that's what you use. And then we're going to cut it in little pieces. You get your scissors and just cut small sections. That's tricky to do with the camera, so I'm just going to show you several pieces of straw that I cut. And the easiest way to do this is to get a piece of tape and your straw piece. And attach it. See that? So get another little piece of tape and a piece of straw. I know it might take you much longer than me, and that's okay. Just put the video on pause. And then you put it on the paper. I'll do a few more and then I'll show you what the finished S sheet will look like at the very end. It depends what color your straws are. Some of you might just have white straws with stripes. Those are pretty common. We are lucky to have lots and lots of pretty colors. I'm using pink and green on mine. See, I have green, pink, green, pink. I'm using a pattern. I'm going back and forth between green and pink and green and pink. And this Miss Becky made, which I think is adorable. And we have blue, pink, yellow, blue, pink, blue, yellow. So she's using different colors than I used. And she also used tape. So S is for straws. S. Can you make that sound with me? S. Your teeth should be together. Sh. S. Like a snake. We're going to draw a few S's, make a few S's. So you'll need this sheet. I can trace and write the letter S. Start toward the top. You go up and back around to the bottom and up. Again, start toward the top line, curve around, and go to the bottom. We'll do every other one. Here you go. And here's the last capital S. If it's a person's name or a state or a specific place, like Shakamak, that's an official park, for example, or Sally or Sam, or names, you would use the capital S. And here we have the lowercase s. You start toward the middle line, and then you go to the bottom. They look exactly the same other than their size. This one goes between the top and bottom line. This starts in the middle and goes to the bottom. This is the small or lowercase s. And I'm just doing every other one. So S. And on this page, the S words, we have star and sun. Great S words. Now for the math portion, we are going to count to 20, but this time, rather than just counting to 20, we are going to act like we're washing our hands. We do that often when we're in class, just so we are in the practice of washing our hands for a long time to get all those germs off. So let's get ourselves some water, some soap, and let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's time to rinse off your hands. Shake them off. Get some paper towels. And throw it in the trash can. Good counting. So for our numbers today, we're going to focus on 4, 5, and 6. So make sure that you have the apple sheet that says, I see 4 apples. Let's count to 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number 4, you start on the top line, you go across, it looks very much like an L, and then there's a line. Do that a few times. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Turn it to the back side. This is a much better picture. It says, I see 5 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples. Start on the dot where it's the top of the line, go to the middle, loop around, and hat on top. Again, down, around, hat on top. Down, around, with hat on top. And the last number we're going to look at for the day is 6. And we have 6 seeds in the apple. I see 6 apple seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start on the top line where the dot is, go around and loop back. Go all the way down and loop back. This is the number 6. Now for this week, we've been talking about some farm animals. And I love this book because it's a pop-up book. So when you open it, something pops out. So it's like a surprise on every page. This is called The Very Silly Sheep. Here we have the front cover, back cover. This is called the spine. I can't wait to open the first page. What kind of animal do you think we'll find? Maybe a sheep? We'll just have to see. Lots of farmyard animals are hiding in this book, waiting to pop out at you. So come and take a look. Hen and chicks. Mother hen is in a flap. She'll have a busy day as one by one her eggs go crack. Her chicks pop out to play. Look what animal we have here. Moo. This is a cow. Slowly munching all day long. Lazily cow chews, then sticking out her flowery tongue. She bobs her head and moos. This looks like the cover. The silly sheep. Sheep. The woolly sheep are chewing. They're standing in a row. A silly one then bounces up and bleats aloud, "Hello, hello, ba, ba." And here we have a goat. Some students in the class have goats. Goat is always hungry, wanting something new to munch. Socks and shirts and underpants. He'll eat them all for lunch. Looks like he got a hold of a big sock. Oh, I know you love this kind of animal. A dog. Sheepdog leans up on the fence and gives a friendly bark. He watches over all his friends as the farm grows dark. Stars shine down upon the farm, so wish your friends good night. In barns and fields they close their eyes, curl up and cuddle tight. What a fun book. Thanks for joining me today. And please go to the link below and watch the video that I have planned for you about more farm animals. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.